So we spoke to some of the athletes yesterday, and I nearly challenged them for the weekend until they put the hike and the swimming in there. So I backed off a bit. I'm talking about the AUA Rohrman swim. There you go. Swim, trail, run in there too?
Yes.
Yeah. So you run, you swim, and you make sure you put on your nice trail shoes to run, go up in the trail, hiking trail. So you might go hiking and hike your way with your friends, but when you see these guys pass, you think, well, what is that? It's a competition. So let me say good morning to Rory Butler and Joshunette. Joshunette, good morning.
Good morning.
I listen one thing about you and your people, right? If I one thing about you and the people, I know what are you working at. But let me start with Rory first. I haven't seen him in a bit. All I know, you're just doing the cave diving and that kind of thing, so that's beautiful. Next time come Barbados, we know if we find you. Just give us a quick overview of what the entire tournament is.
Sure. So, good morning. Well, I got to thank the American University of Antigua for bringing this event back yet again. The first event started back in 2012, and it's really evolved into a festival. So that's why we call it the AUA Rohrman Trail and Swim Fest.
Okay.
There's a number of different events, and they're happening over 2 days, all based at Morris Bay. From a spectator point of view, Saturday will be from 1 p.m. till 5 p.m. The athletes will get there a bit earlier to check in. And then on the Sunday will be around 5 a.m. till 2 p.m. So on the Saturday, we have some swims that are going to be taking place from Carlisle Bay over to Morris Bay. And then we also have some triathlons. On the Sunday, we have a 5K, a road, walk, or run. And then we have 3 different trail events, a 7K, a 15K, and a 25K. Trail running has now become one of the biggest sports in the world. It's one of the fastest growing sports. And we've seen a big demand for it here. And so we've responded to what people have asked for. And this has become a big feature of the event now.
What has changed over the years with the AUA Rohrman Fest? Well, if it's changed from event to fest to fest now. So what's new about it this year?
Yeah, so the trail side of it is a lot bigger this year. So over the years, we've evolved with what we've seen that people want. So when we started in 2012, it was a half iron distance triathlon. At the time, people wanted something that could help them build up to that level. So we had the Tin Man and the Sandman. The Sandman was a lower level. And then over the years, people started to say, what about the kids? So we started to bring in the kids events. And we had the 6 and under. We still have all those this year, the 6 and under,
Okay.
7 to 8, 9 to 10. Then around the 5th year, we made a big switch as well. We moved from the half iron distance to the Olympic distance triathlon.
Wow.
People are saying they want something that can prepare them to race at the Olympics. So we chose that Olympic distance. And then after COVID, we started to do a series of swimming and hiking events that were really popular. So people said, you got to make this part of the main event. So then last year we added it in. It was overwhelmingly the most popular events, the trail events. And so this year, the big focus, we still have all the triathlons from 6 and under right the way up. We still have the swims. But a big focus this year is on the trail events. That's why it's now
25K.
become the AUA Rohrman Trail and Swim Fest.
Oh, boy.
And the 25K is a feature event. You would have spoken to 3 of the top athletes.
3 of the top athletes yesterday, yes.
But that's just among some of them because we have the champion from the Dominican Republic here. Today we have I think 5 different runners coming from Barbados. One of the runners from Barbados is pretty legendary over there, has won multiple trail events. We have some people from Trinidad, people from St. Kitts, people from the States, from the UK, from Ireland, from Canada. So there's a number of different contenders coming in for these different events.
Now, Joshunette, what goes into planning an event like this? From your side of the room, from your vantage point?
A lot. So I haven't been on the trail this year just because it's been a lot happening, but I know a lot goes into getting the trail clean to ensure that the run is safe. There's a lot of planning even before the actual event. There's a lot of logistics that goes into the group chats and the calls, and the idea is to get more students involved so that we can become, I said to her, I think, and we spoke about it, can you imagine if this becomes a staple event in Antigua? Just like, Carnival Monday and Tuesday happens, if we get to the place where every year individuals can travel to Antigua for a big event such as this, because it's a growing sport And this is why we have a lot of international individuals coming in, because it's a part of tourism that we haven't tapped into as yet. What we need to do is get a bigger budget so we can do more marketing, so that we can offer more sponsorship to these international athletes, so that they can go back home and then they will then bring their friends. And in the next few years, as Rory said, it's been growing over the last 11 years, and it's only going to get bigger and better.
How do you guys go about choosing a trail? Because this is where like we locals we're going to hike. That's basically what it is. So how you decide where these guys are going to come Antigua and run and 25K? Because you know how it is. They're in the bushes. Let's just put it like that.
Yeah, I mean, what I would say is Antigua is actually pretty blessed. You know, I mean, I think a lot of people in Antigua really had their eyes open to what we have in terms of the hiking trails during COVID. You know, a lot of people thought that, you know, Antigua don't really have no hiking, we're not Dominique or whatever. But we do have quite a bit. You know, this trail in particular, we've picked some of the really nice scenic spots. Nice coastal, you're going towards Rendezvous, you're along the coast, you're seeing that pristine areas. You know, for the 15K, you go up to the One Love bench and you have this big expanse looking down on Rendezvous where it just looks untouched, you know, and people really enjoy those pristine natural spaces. So we tried to pick where we thought was nice, challenging course, fun course, but also something that's really scenic that, you know, not just locally, but the international and the regional visitors are going to love as well.
So you had to go out and map the course and kind of stuff?
So the course, I marked last year, didn't mark this year, but definitely. And I will say to you, so while there are lots of people competing, we're encouraging hiking groups to sign up for the event and just go hiking. So instead of doing your regular down at Fort James and stuff, come and be a part of the event, because the more people we have, the better it's going to be. It's a family fun day. Last year was the first time I actually experienced the triathlon, and I can't wait to get Javers to ride a bike. So I can kind of push him around. So I'm actually going to take his bike on Sunday. He can't ride the bike yet, so I'm going to share. But, you know, we're going to do something, and it's definitely... So while we're very focused on the competitive part of it, it's a good event for friends and family. And last year we had people just come. They weren't competing, they were strolling. To me, you come with your friend and catch up on all the melee. All the melee. You can walk the 5K and get all the story. Tell them about the man, the woman, your granny, your uncle, everybody. Just come.
So let's give them the time once again for the entire weekend. Time and location.
So for the Sunday, it's going to start around 5 a.m. at Morris Bay, and the last finishers will be around 2 p.m. I just wanted to throw in here that, you know, I really got to say thanks as well to the Minister of Sports, the Honourable Darrell Matthew. Actually, I can say Minister Matthew has been a help from since the beginning. He wasn't a minister back then, but he actually mentored me when I was in St. Joseph's Academy. Mm-hmm. And when we were getting the event started at the first time, I reached out to him for some advice. This year, he's assured me that the Ministry of Sports is going to come on. And just as Joshunette was saying, we see what else happens in the region. We're having dozens of people come in for this event with basically no marketing. If we get greater support like this, partnering with the Ministry of Sports, I mean, the potential for this event is massive to grow. So I really got to thank the Minister, also the Tourism Authority and the National Olympic Committee for really believing in this event and coming together, along with all the other sponsors, places like Island Provision, places like the Rocks Group, places like Galley Bay Resort. These are absolutely critical to coming in, and all the government services that come to help us. You know, the police force, the defense force, EMS, all of them are going to be out there. Red Cross is going to be out there. ABSA is going to be out there. So you don't have to worry about safety. You know, we got everything covered. Carlisle Bay is going to be out there with water safety. Hawkeye Security is sponsoring and coming out to ensure that security is covered as well. We have CJ Construction. They're also assisting, helping us with some of the costs for the safety. H&G Paints, SO Limited. All of these partners are so critical. Marjorie Hunt. Good Humans Antigua. Joshunette brings her crew, and, you know, without the volunteers, we can't make this event happen. So really got to big up all the different sponsors that come together to make this happen. Of course, Amir at Cool and Smooth. You know, Cool and Smooth. The thing I love about Cool and Smooth is you don't have to have no long conversation with them. You just call them and they say, yeah, the event's coming. no problem, man. We got you. You know. So and you know how much Cool and Smooth does for the events in
Especially
Antigua.
sports, right?
So they're really. It's great to see businesses that believe in sports and put into sports in Antigua because it allows us to do more. So really got to big up all those different partners that come together. There's really so many people don't realize, but it's hundreds of people, hundreds of different organizations that come together to make these events happen that we really couldn't do it without them. So Second Star Sailing, they're out in the water providing water safety support as well. You know, we could not do it without them as well. All these different partners, really critical.
I wonder what Good Humans doing over the weekend at this event. I wonder what they'll be doing.
We are volunteering. This weekend is going to be crazy, but I'm actually very excited. And I'm encouraging individuals to come out on Saturday. So Saturday, we're going to be starting at 1. Bring your friends, bring your children. It's something very fun and family-filled. Sunday, we have an earlier start, so we're starting at 5 a.m. So again, we have a lot of hiking groups. I'm encouraging every hiking group, don't go on your regular hike this weekend. Come on Sunday and hike with us. Bring the $20 and come, because this is how we grow something from, I won't say nothing to something, but grow it even bigger.
From where it
because
started.
Antigua and Barbuda, we're known for 365 beaches, but there are different aspects of tourism that we have not tapped into. And with the economy probably going crazy, we now need to ensure that we're attracting everybody. So we don't want people who just want to come and go to the beach. We want people who are interested in hiking, swimming, running. And this weekend is going to be awesome.
Well, thank you, Rory. Thank you, Joshunette. And it's clear that the AUA Rohrman Trail and Swim Fest is more than just a race. It's more for Antigua, Barbuda. It's more for me and you. It's more for a family to come out and just watch. Because sometimes you watch these races on ESPN or whatever, sports channel or social media, a group or network, and you say, what? We have this in Antigua? Yes, I have them. So yes, yeah, let us utilize All right? Stay with us, folks. Thank you once again. We have more coming up here on a beautiful Holy Thursday on Antigua, Barbuda today.